Welcome to Gist Hub TV, your number one spot where you get gist without filter, raw stories, deep drama, and the kind of updates that keep social media awake all night. If you're just joining this amazing family, don't forget to hit the subscribe button right now because subscription is free and it keeps you connected to the hottest and most controversial stories as they break. Now sit back, relax, and let's dive into the bombshell shaking the Edochair family as fans boldly point accusing fingers at pet Edochair, blaming him for the actions and misbehavior of his son, Edochair. Subscribe to Gist Hub TV now if you haven't, because this one is not just ordinary gist. This is the type that will make you pause, think and question everything you thought you knew about discipline, parenting and responsibility. This time, the spotlight is not just on but on the man many call the root of it all, his father, pet Edochair. It all started when social media users began revisiting old interviews, throwback videos, and statements made by pet Edochair over the years, trying to connect the dots behind controversial lifestyle and public choices. According to many fans, the constant defense, public support, and never-ending justification from pet Edochair has allegedly created an environment where feels untouchable, uncorrected, and free to move without consequences. Online commentators did not hold back as they accused pet Edochair of raising his son with too much freedom and not enough correction. Some claim that from the early days of career, pet Edochair always shielded him from criticism, defended every controversial move and made it seem like his son could never be wrong. This, according to fans, slowly built a mindset in that he is above accountability. One viral comment read, "When a father never tells his son he is wrong, the world will be forced to correct him." Another said, "This is not just yours fault, pet Edochair created this monster and now we are all watching the result." These comments flooded blogs, Facebook pages, and entertainment platforms as Nigerians debated whether parenting style can truly shape an adult's moral compass this deeply. Subscribe to Gist Hub TV if you want real gist like this that goes beyond the surface and exposes the layers behind every trending scandal. Some fans went as far as claiming that pet Edochair's traditional beliefs and rigid mindset made him overly proud and blinded him to his son's wrongdoings. They said instead of guiding, correcting, and advising privately, he chose to publicly stand by him even when the entire public clearly saw faults, thereby deepening the controversy and resentment around the Edochair name. Others argued that pet Edochair should have acted as a voice of reason, especially when the marriage drama involving Edochair spiraled out of control. They believe a father should be the bridge of peace, not the fuel of chaos. But instead, according to fans, pet Edochair's silence on certain issues and loudness on others sent a confusing and damaging message. Many also revisited the way pet Edochair allegedly handled past situations within the family, suggesting that his leadership style was more about dominance and pride than empathy and understanding. They believe this upbringing shaped into a man who always wants to be in control, even at the cost of emotional damage. However, not everyone agrees with this narrative. Some loyal supporters of the Edochair family insist that is a grown man responsible for his own decisions. They argue that blaming pet Edochair is simply an excuse created by fans trying to find a scapegoat for a more complex issue. According to them, parental influence has limits and adults must take full accountability for their actions. One supporter wrote, "You people should stop blaming pet Edochair for everything. Is old enough to know right from wrong. This is his choice and his cross to carry." This counterargument also gained traction, especially among those who believe family matters should remain private and not subjected to intense public judgment. Still, the majority echoed the sentiment that pet Edochair played a significant role in shaping the current crisis. They pointed out how consistent patterns of excuse-making, emotional manipulation, and passive approval contributed to the overall conflict we see today. The conversation has now evolved from just gossip to deeper discussions about parenting, generational trauma, and accountability in African homes. Many viewers confess that this story opened their eyes to how unchecked authority and unquestioned loyalty within families can spiral into irreversible damage. As the heat continues to rise, one thing remains clear: the Edochair saga is far from over. Each new statement, silence, or reaction only adds fuel to the already raging inferno of public opinion. So the question remains, is pet Edochair truly responsible for his son's misbehavior, or is he just another parent caught in the crossfire of modern-day scrutiny? Is this a case of poor upbringing or simply a man making his own controversial choices? Whatever side you stand on, one truth cannot be ignored. The internet has spoken and the debate is louder than ever. This is Gist Hub TV, your number one spot where you get gist without filter. If you've watched up till this point and you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button now, like this video and share it with your friends so they don't miss out on this explosive story. Drop your opinion in the comment section. Do you agree with the fans or do you think pet Edochair is being unfairly blamed? Let's talk. Subscribe again to Gist Hub TV for more controversial, emotional and unfiltered stories. Because here, we don't just tell stories, we spark conversations.